Bet Sportsbook. The Chiefs Super Bowl odds increased slightly after that victory, but it's worth noting that they're only 6-7-1 against the spread this year. Orlando Scandrick joins us now. Orlando, good morning. You played with Casey during Mahomes' first year starting, so we wanted to hear your take. Scale of 1 to 10, how much do you believe in the Chiefs to win it all?
I want to give him a 10, but a 10 means it's absolutely going to happen. But I'm going to give him a 9. The confidence that Mahomes playing with, the confidence that the Chiefs play with, they're the best coached team in football, as you can see. They never have any panic. They fight through everything, whether it's turnovers, bad starts, whether sometimes they get sluggish and complacent during the game, but they're the best complete team in football.
I totally agree. And they should be favorites. But I think the thing is, and people get carried away talking about, well, they're not covering the spreads. Oh, I don't know about you, but when I played in 14 years, I didn't care anything about the spread. It wasn't like we were getting the points or they were getting the points. It was 0-0. We'll let the bettors and the fans, y'all can, and fantasy, all that other stuff, but we was worried about winning the game. I think the thing is that when you play close games, it toughens you, so when you get into the playoff scenarios, you've been here before and you know what it's like. Skip, if you look at when we go back and look at the Patriots, for the most part, Skip, their games were blowout. When they got into a close ball game with the Giants in that situation, okay, what happened? Because they've been in these situations so many times, it started last year in the playoffs, down by 10. Were they down by 24? Come back, down by 10. Come back, down by 10. Come back. You see what down by against Miami, down. They've been in these situations, and so it's easier playing with John Elway, my quarterback, being down. I always felt we can come back because I had seen him do it before. I had been on a team where he's done it before. So you have the utmost confidence that, man, we got Patrick Mahomes. We can come back. But the thing that people love about football and why football is so heartbreaking, Skip, is one game. Because somebody beat the Chiefs and you had to play, let's just say, Skip, you had to play the next 7 weeks. Do you believe a team can beat them 4 times in 7 weeks? I don't. But one game, a tip pass, a block PAT, and it's over. It's over. So I'm with O. I'm going to go 9.5. But the 2 teams in the AFC that scares me is Tennessee, because they can run it. Skip, Ryan Tannehill has 31 touchdowns with 5 picks. And Phillip Rivers, they play basically cover 2. They don't give you anything over the top. They make you methodically go down the field, and they believe we can make you make a mistake before you get the ball in the end zone. But you got to get the, Skip, can you get to 30? Can you get to 30? Because you got to get to 30 and hope my homeboy is off. Because if he's on, you can't score enough points to beat him.
I saw Baker Mayfield light up Tennessee at Tennessee, but you didn't mention Baker Mayfield.
Man, hold on. So you believe Cleveland can beat Kansas City?
I do. I would give them a shot. The way they're playing right now, you are sleeping on Cleveland, man. They are rolling.
Okay.
Okay, now back to confidence level. Far be it from me to criticize any team for winning football games, because it is hard to do in this league, to keep stacking wins like they stack. But we're talking about Super Bowl lock now. So on that Super Bowl lock level, scale of 1 to 10, I make them a 4 because something is missing here. I don't know why. I don't know what. I can't quite put my finger on it. Maybe it's just they're a little blasé about it. Maybe it just comes too easily for them. But these last 6 games, they haven't covered a single point spread. And it's not like they're playing murderer's row here, because it's Carolina, it's Denver, it's Las Vegas. I don't know, but look at the scores, the margin of victory here. Last 6 games, they beat Carolina by 2. They beat Las Vegas by 4 on a late touchdown. They survived Tampa Bay by 3. They beat Denver by 6. They won at Miami by 6. And then somehow, Sunday at New Orleans, they won by only 3 points when they had the football for 41 minutes to Drew Brees 19 minutes. 41 to 19. They were 9 of 18 on 3rd down, while Drew Brees and company 1 of 11 on 3rd down. And you only won by 3? Yeah. I don't get it. I can't even make the math work on that.
But here's the thing also, but while you do that, you might not necessarily score, but guess what you do? You keep Drew Brees the ball out of his hands so he can't score.
But you only won by 3. Why didn't you cash more? You should have won that game by 21.
No, you should.
Skip, what was the score of the Super Bowl?
Well, they were down 20-10 early in the fourth quarter when Mahomes threw his second interception. Thank you.
Shannon, what was the score of the Super Bowl? Nobody don't know.
31-24, right?
But you don't know, right, though? It's just a matter if you win.
Right.
Like, how do we criticize the team? This team, they jump out, they score so many points so fast, and sometimes they get a little bored.
They do. But look who. But here's the thing. I want to know: is Buffalo any good? Because they went on the road and beat Buffalo in Buffalo. Is New Orleans any good? They went on the road and beat New Orleans in New Orleans. Is Tampa any good? They went on the road and beat Tampa in Tampa. What about the Ravens? Are the Ravens any good? Oh, they went on the road and beat Baltimore in Baltimore. Who has it? If this was college football, they would be unanimous number one seed. Nobody has the strength of schedule they have.
Were they locks?
Skip, there's no such thing as lock in football.
What did we see last year in the playoffs? They get they fall hopelessly behind at home to the Texans. Hopelessly, it appeared behind to Tennessee with that big stud running the football.
And got him.
And got him. I give you that.
That's what they do when we spot him.
Wait a second. What if Jimmy Garoppolo hits Emmanuel Sanders, who's running 5 yards free at the goal line with a late touchdown pass? We're having a different conversation right now.
Then Mahomes probably get the ball back and walk down the field like he did against the Raiders.
You know what he did, Skip.
Hey,
you know
wait. You're talking about the same Mahomes who threw a late third-quarter interception and an early fourth-quarter interception in the Super Bowl?
And then came back and
they were both just careless, like, what are you thinking, Patrick, kind of passes?
This is what we know. Think about this. In order to get first downs against Tampa, they allowed the man to throw for it. In New Orleans, they allow him to throw for it. You remember what he went and got in Buffalo? He went and got what he needed. Skip Bayless, he's the best quarterback in football. He's going to win the MVP. Look, in football, there are no locks. But I guarantee you the betting money is on Kansas City as opposed to everybody else.
Okay, it is right now. But what did I see at Tampa? I saw your man throw in the first quarter for 229 yards.
Yeah.
And then he kind of put it on cruise control. In the second half, he threw for 103, and here came Tampa Bay.
You want the man to throw for 800 on you?
No, well, that's 103. If I did that twice, he'd throw for 206.
No, but what did he throw for?
He had the ball 41 minutes Sunday at New Orleans and threw for 259.
No.
259?
What did he throw? Skip, tell the people at home what your guy Tom Brady threw for and how many points he scored.
In that game?
Against New Orleans.
Oh, against New Orleans, he has a hard time. That's a bad matchup for them.
No. Yeah. That's a bad. But what Mahomes do? Mahomes,
you know what? I'm glad you asked that because he had the ball for 41 minutes and threw for 259 yards. How do you do that?
Well, why didn't your guy
control?
His yards per pass were way below Drew Brees.
Let me ask you a question, Skip. Why didn't your guy throw for those yards? Why couldn't your guy possess the ball like that? Because he can't withstand that relentless pressure. Like I said, there are very few guys could have withstood what Mahomes withstood on Sunday and won that ball game. You remember the last time we saw New Orleans hit a quarterback like that? That was in 2009, Skip, when they did it to Brett Favre. And you remember what they do.
For the last 3 quarters, Tom Brady outplayed Patrick Mahomes at Tampa. Outplayed him and brought them, they roared back because of Tom Brady's 275-yard drives in the fourth quarter. Cut it to 27-24 with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left and just needed the ball back.
And my guy,
one time.
And my guy still threw more touchdowns and had more passing yards and had a higher QBR than your guy. Your guy could have won it, but you threw 2 interceptions. But you don't want to mention that, though. That's why you didn't have the ball. Skip, you threw interceptions on first and second down.
I don't see locks here. I don't get
Skip,
it.
there are no locks in football. You know
you just said there was. You both were talking about a 10.
No, anybody said no 10.
Well, Orlando said maybe a 10. I give him a 10, but
I said I would give them a 10, but I cannot because that's certainty. Anybody can beat anybody in one game.
All right,
but they got way better chances than Tampa Bay.
Okay, appreciate it. I hear you, Orlando. I want you to stick around for this next one, please. Was there a chance that Jalen Hurts could have been a Dallas Cowboy? Yes, Skip. That is for you. Wait until you hear what Stephen Jones had to say next.
No mercy, no mercy.